Hello and welcome again to The Darren Green Show, your weekly dose of pop culture news, music, social media gossip, and reality TV. Be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you're not subscribed to the channel by now, okay, I need you to subscribe to that goddamn channel. And also to the audio listeners, hey, be sure to leave a rate and review. We love those, and we're doing really well on the audio podcast. We're really doing well on YouTube and all that stuff. I'm just very excited for the fact that people are messing with my content, okay? So shout out to y'all. As y'all have noticed, my YouTube channel name has changed back to Darren Green TV. That's if y'all was like, if y'all rock with me from the beginning, that's what this channel was originally called. It was Darren Green TV. My intention was to do a variety of content. Like I didn't want to stay so one track minded on the podcast. Rather, I wanted to do other stuff. And I think I'm going to broaden the horizon because I want to do more. I want to make sure I'm making more uploads and not just shorts, because sometimes I just rely solely on the shorts and I'm just like, not enough uploads. And I only upload when it's podcast day, right? So I am going to be working on a new project. I'm just letting y'all know I'm not going to tell all the details because I have to iron everything out and I have to make sure that this new project is going to be the best thing that is going since the Darren Green Show. So it's just a way for me to create more uploads here on YouTube, more longer form content, and moving away from short form, vertical. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say in good time. Okay, in good time, honey. That expose, that story time is going to be talked about. But I just want to express the fact that I just started working on new things. I've outsourced some creatives to help me out in the promotional aspect of it and all this other stuff. So just know that things is coming in the next coming year. Okay, we have some things coming up on the way. I had to tape this episode later. I don't like taping late episodes because late episode tapings means that I don't have the day to myself. The rest of the day is just gone. Off to editing and promoting and clipping and all this other stuff, child. It's just my day is over. That's why I like going in the morning, because in the morning I get done editing and everything is crisp and clear and ready to go. I'm done by 5. I imagine I'm probably going to be done by 9. But no, I started late because I watched the Fantastic Four movie. I think it's called First Steps. Really good movie. I really enjoyed it just as much as I did Superman. It definitely reminds me of The Incredibles a little bit. I don't know if I'm not going to spoil anything, but because I don't know if anybody's going to watch it or want to watch it or whatever the case is. But it definitely reminded me of like Incredibles, because it's like the theme is definitely like 50s inspired, like futuristic 50s kind of vibe, very cutesy. It reminds me of the old cartoon that they did, because I used to watch. Let me tell you something. I read a lot of the Fantastic Four comic books. They used to come in the newspaper strips and stuff like that. Like a lot of Spider-Man comic books, but also some Fantastic Four also. So I used to read a lot of the comics there. And I also watched a lot of television shows from them. Like that was one of my favorite superhero shows and content from Marvel. So I think that Marvel and DC, they have something going on right now, because Superman, James Gunn's Superman, that did very well its first opening weekend, into the other weeks as well. This Fantastic Four, it opened up with I think over 100 million, and that's just domestic. Like this movie is really good and is doing really good as well. So kudos to the people. Okay, kudos. I was definitely worried because I'm like, what is this lighthearted, like 50s aesthetic thing? Like, why are we going back in time? But it's from an alternate universe. We're still kind of doing the whole multiverse thing. I was very apprehensive of them switching, gender swapping the Silver Surfer, because as a child, I wore this to the movie theater a lot. My Silver Surfer is May. Okay, this is my Silver Surfer. Okay, Norrin Red. But I like the girl Silver Surfer. She did her thing. She did her big one. She was doing what needed to be done. And it's a lot. It's like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything. I had a good time. Definitely watched the movie and so on and so have you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it for the weekend report. It really just is just that, honey. I ain't got nothing else going on in my life but work and other endeavors and stuff like that. But we have to get into the topics. Okay, we got to talk about Candace Owens and how she's getting sued by the French president and his wife. Okay, we got to talk about that. We also have to talk about the fact that Laverne Cox, she done dated a white MAGA boyfriend, apparently, allegedly, whatever. Keith Lee is not here for you gays, too. Over here trying to sexualize him and saying that he's gay baiting. Kenya Moore, she also dropped a bombshell this weekend. All that and more coming up on the Darren Green Show. Okay, so I want to get this topic over with, y'all. We got to talk about Candace Owens and how she's getting sued for defamation of character from the French president and his wife. Okay, now I've been following this story for a minute. Candace Owens has been doing a series on her podcast, for lack of a better term, talking about the possibility or the proof, rather, that the French president's wife was born a male, and that this person has been lying, living a life of lies, saying that she has proof, she has baby pictures of an alleged boy that apparently is supposed to be this first lady here. I thought that it was very ludicrous when she first brought it up and was talking about it repeatedly. And I think that she's reached new levels of just lunacy and stupidity, right? And that's some strong words that I'm saying here, because even though I don't like her at all, I don't respect her, Candace Owens she's a very smart woman. And I will never take that away from her. But when the conversation turns trans, there's something that happens in her brain that she just sounds so just idiotic. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but we're going to read this little excerpt and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. It says that the French president, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife, Brigitte, have filed a defamation lawsuit against the right-wing commentator Candace Owens over false claims that Brigitte was born a man. Okay, now the 22-count lawsuit was filed Wednesday in Delaware Superior Court, accuses Owens of spreading a series of baseless allegations in an 8-part podcast series, including Brigitte's stole someone's identity and transitioned to be a woman. Not only did she's a trans woman, right, but she stole somebody's identity. So you were saying that the real Brigitte is somewhere out there or dead or captive or something like that? What's going on with that? But that's how she thinks of trans women anyway. Now, according to CBS, the Macrons say that Owens ignored 3 demands to retract claims that she knowingly published false information in pursuit of fame. In a statement, the Macrons said that they filed the suit after Owens continued to repeat the claims despite legal warnings. Owens responded through a spokesperson accusing the French government of attacking her First Amendment rights. Later that day, she went on YouTube Live calling the lawsuit a PR stunt. Now, this is what she said initially, and we got another clip after this, okay?
Lord, because this is just goofy. You are officially a very goofy man, Brigitte. But I got to give it to you. You've definitely got balls. Oh, fire God. Everybody around you, and I mean literally everyone around you who told you that this was a good idea, that this was a very good idea for you to be the first sitting first lady of a country to file a lawsuit against a journalist of another country. You are literally making history in all the wrong ways. And I want to be very clear here right at the top that this is obvious, very clear that it is an obvious and desperate public relations strategy. That's what this is.
And she continued with saying this.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. Okay, for whatever reason to phone, by the way.
Okay. For someone that's so American first and talking about American issues and things in that nature, you have a lot to say about the foreign affairs now. I found this story to be very funny because this is such a stupid ass argument. You could have 100% avoided this situation if you would have just kept your fucking mouth shut about this. And I don't mean it in to say that she needs to not speak on the truth or not speak on things or what's that and the third affecting your First Amendment right or whatever the hell. But these people sent you, I mean, I'm pretty sure they sent you cease and desist numerous of times. From my understanding, they did send proof. They did what you asked and sent proof of the first lady and her baby pictures and stuff like that, into which you're like, oh, now I want a blood test. No, you're not going to get a fucking blood test. You're not getting my blood. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Like, and they say, we'll send it to my doctors, and your doctors is going to doctor that damn blood to make it seem like that. Come on. Stop playing. It's, I don't know if the way she sounds, Candace Owens is very idiotic. I don't know if she's trying to put a mask on right now here. But honey, there's some powerful people trying to sue you for defamation, honey. And they have sent their proof. She has kids, biological kids. That is her, that has her DNA. And she was able to provide proof of that. You move the goalpost by saying, now I need a blood test. I want to see this happen. I want to see this lawsuit happen. I will be following the trial in every freaking thing. Cause girl, you deserve this. You tried it with Michelle Obama, and you tried it with Serena Williams, and don't nobody care, because when you talk about a black woman rather, no one cares. But no, these white people are gonna show your ass who they are. Okay. And my whole thing is, you think that the first lady of France, or whatever the hell, is a trans woman, for starters. And let me hold your hand with a moist towelette when I say this. Who gives a fuck? Even if she was trans, what does it matter? I mean, there's no laws. I don't know how the laws over there in France, child. But I mean, look, if that was the case, then that was the case. Like, why does it matter? It seems like Candace really has a hard on for trans women, and it really is only trans women. She don't give it to trans men or whatever. But it really is trans women, and it's just, girl, what is this? What are we doing? What are we trying to accomplish? Why are we doing it? I gotta ask the who, what, where, when, and why. I'm inclined to believe that this is a biological cis woman. Let's be very clear on that. She was able to provide baby pictures, and we saw the baby picture. She was, like I just told you, she was able to provide proof of being a biological mother to her 3 kids. There was younger pictures of her. What more do you want from her? You want her to pull down the undergarments so you can see? Do we want an x-ray of her uterus? What is it that you want? And let me tell you something, because there's a lot of people, she has a lot of fanatics and stuff like that. It's, oh my God, like, they must be scared. Candace Owens is really getting them induced. No. If they did a freaking defamation suit, and we talked about defamation suits on this show before, they're very hard to win. For the person that's trying to sue the person for defamation, they're very hard to win, because you have to prove that what they're saying is wrong, which is not really the hard part. If they were lying, then whatever. But if they were, but you have to prove that what you been through, her making, or that person making those disparaging comments towards you, you missed out on money, or you missed out, or it affected you financially. You have to prove that it affected you financially. Those are the 2 major, if I'm not mistaken, if there's any law people in there, that I believe that's, we done covered defamation suits on this show for a minute. Everybody getting sued for defamation out here. That's why you always say allege. Those are the 2 main factors. You have to prove that it's wrong, and you have to prove that what the person said about you, it affected your finances. If they're willing to go through with a defamation suit, that means that 2 of these things, or one of the 2, has happened. Okay, I'm inclined to believe that this is a cis woman. Okay, just because of the evidence that they showed it. And yeah, like what they said she has baseless claims. I think she just saw this woman and she looked a little manly and was like, let me do some investigations. Let me look up some pictures and stuff. Oh, this looked like what she could have looked like as an actual child boy. Like, And when I tell y'all, transphobia affects all women, this is what I mean. Because now we're getting to the point where people, I mean, you look a little manly, so you might be a man. So you might have transitioned. I don't know. We might need to check your vitals. We need your blood. Do you understand how this could be a slippery slope? How this has already been slippery slope? Like actual women being attacked, cis women attacked because people thought they were trans. So when T.S. Madison says, when a lot of people says transphobia affects all women, I need y'all to believe that shit because Candace is living, breathing proof of that. This kind of reminds me of the situation with the Olympic gold medalist girl. I forgot the name, I remember the situation. I remember there was an athlete that they were trying to sit there and say, oh, she got an extra chromosome or not an extra chromosome, but like some type of, she got the male chromosome. That's what they was trying to say. Come to find out, this woman was a woman. Okay, was born a woman. And you get what I'm saying? So it will get to a point where cis women may be accused of being trans, it is what it is. People are going to always have their thoughts. I remember they did that to Sierra, the singer Sierra back in the day. Y'all remember her? It's weird. It's just very weird. It's very weird. And I hope that Candace Owens pays. I hope that she loses. She ends up like Tasha freaking K. Like the way Cardi got that girl under her boot. She over here trying to run from the country and stuff like that, trying to move her funds and shit. I wish that for Candace Owens because you know what? You don't get to sit there and do this shit. And the simple fact is you got your fanatics saying, oh, Candace must be right. Candace must be right. No, at the end of the day, Candace does not care about the truth. At one point, she did care about telling the truth and I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this. But when she did that documentary about those BLM organizers that were getting houses and cars, mansions, and all this other shit on the dime of Black Lives Matter. And I was like, okay, I don't like your ass still, but you that one little thing, you get what I'm saying? I feel like now Candace does not care about the truth anymore. She doesn't care about the truth. She cares about the salaciousness of a theory. Like she's become like one of those tinfoil hat people that says, oh, the earth is flat and all, there's no such thing as dinosaurs and they all made it up and it's all a conspiracy and everybody's lizard people. Like, hold on, let me go to my notes, shot, because I done went off the rails. I think at one point she wanted to tell the truth with certain topics and speak on things and reveal or out certain atrocities or whatever's going on. Like I love how she stood up against she stood up against, and I ain't gonna say anti-Semitism, but she stood up for the Palestinian plight, which in turn got her fired from the Daily Wire because they are pro-Israel. But I felt like she kind of stood on business. Now she's like a whore for controversy. I think after she got fired and she's trying to create buzz from herself and she's understanding things are slowing up or slowing down for her, she says these outlandish things. She got her ass handed to her by that lady on that Jubilee episode. She called Tupac a homosexual because there was an old video, and we all know of Tupac when he had that little box fade, that box fade. And he was talking about something. He was young. He looked every bit of freaking 17, 18. And he was talking, I guess he wasn't talking too masculine enough for her. He said, see, Tupac is an actor. He's actually a homosexual. What planet is this woman on? I really don't know. It's going to get worse before it gets good. And let's talk about her obsession with trans women, because it definitely seems to be something going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if your man be looking at some trans women. I don't know if her husband he probably is into the dolls, honey. He probably got some dolls stashed up in his damn chat something or in his history chat online, or I don't know what it is. But I don't know, but she definitely got a hard on for the trans community. And at the end of the day, I hate this stupid ass argument of, oh, where's her baby pictures? What about the baby pictures? There's no baby pictures. Not everybody has baby pictures that's out for the public. Okay, all of my baby pictures are secured in a scrapbook. Let's be very clear. I don't post my shit up there. And there's a lot of people that don't post their baby pictures online or have that readily available. There's a lot of celebrities that we don't see a lot of their baby pictures unless they post it. So that argument of baby pictures, but even if they do send it, you're still gonna say something. Because I remember they tried it with Meg Thee Stallion, not her, but it was somebody else. I think it was Jaguar, which pissed me off, talking about, oh yeah, she sent them baby pictures. Those are AI pictures. You're gonna change the goalposts, even if they do post the pictures. Let's say this damn president gives you her baby pictures. Oh, they're AI generated. We have a person that can tell. I say, girl, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Your husband ain't shit. And that's why you have the problems that you have, Candace Owens. You are tired and late. Okay? No one goes to you for any type of facts anymore. You are a laughing stock. You went right. You started off right, leaning. Now you're trying to bear to the left a little bit. But you're trying to corrupt the left because now you're still on this tirade, this anti-trans tirade that you got going on right now. You don't know what you want to be. You are fighting for your life, girl. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, it's a burning match because I'm telling you right now, if you lose, bitch, you're going to be paying. You're going to be paying. You're going to be paying, girl, for a minute. And I love to see it. Okay, tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. We are done off that topic. Now look, here is the thing. We talked about this, I believe, on the last episode. Remember Neon that he got on the Breakfast Club and all that, and he was upset because they was giving him hard hitting questions, and he was kind of upset and all this. He addresses the interview. Okay, and he has an apology. Let's hear what he has to say.
I just wanted to make this video really quick to talk about everything that's going on the internet, things from my past, and just sincerely talk to you guys human to human. And first and foremost, I just want to take accountability for everything that I've said or done in the past. To anyone that I've talked to, anyone I've said anything insane to anyone that I've made a remark to, I'm very genuinely sorry from the bottom of my heart. Deep inside, that is not the person that I am, and I want to apologize and take accountability and tell you that is not okay. It's not. I started doing streaming. I started doing YouTube when I was 12, 13 years old. I never really saw anything. I never saw any growth. I never saw anything. And then when I was 17, 18 years old, I started realizing that shock factor had a lot of value. When you would say crazy shit, you would do things that no one else would do, it would bring your views up. And all I wanted in life was to be big. All I wanted in life was views. All I wanted in life was clout. And I was on a clout high, and I just kept seeing my numbers go up off of me saying the most insane. What is up, guys?
Yeah, he goes on to talk about how he used shock factor in his commentary, or I guess, can we call this commentary? You're a streamer. You just press live and talk. And that's why he said a lot of the stuff that he said, because he wanted to. Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, that's what you do to get viral. I mean, nowadays, it's say the most outlandish thing ever and expect to get some numbers, and you get a lot of views and a lot of interactions and all that other stuff. I wish he would have said that there, like when they first asked him the damn question, hey, how do you feel about talking about this, and what is your thoughts on this now? Like, you have to understand, and I hope from this experience, if the Breakfast Club is to start having, because I don't even know why they even having these people on for the interviews. The Breakfast Club stopped having stars on the show, and it really is really declining after that. But to understand that, hey, your past is going to get brought up, and it's going to keep being brought up because you are a public figure. I'm saying that very loosely with my air quote fingers going. You are a public figure, and you are judged on your past, and that's just something that may happen. Maybe watch what you say. And I know, look, at the end of the day, I said some stuff on Twitter before. I'll still be talking crap on Twitter, child. But I do know one thing, child. You never know. You never know if you're going to get famous. Make sure you go back and scroll down a little bit. Scroll and keep scrolling. See some stuff. Maybe not that. Let me delete that. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so I know I got Hulk Hogan on here, child. Hulk Hogan passed away, child. Yeah. And people saying they don't give a goddamn. There's people that said they don't give a goddamn. No, what's his name? Marlon Wayans. He done made a statement, child. He basically said, let me read this shit. He said, Hulkster, ironic, far from perfect, flawed as hell, but you and Macho Man, were my favorite wrestlers. I hope y'all leg locking or pile driving each other in the afterlife. Glad you found Jesus before you pass. And I hope that gave you peace, rest, brother. Yeah, Marlon, this is Marlon. Not with your trans or trans person or non-binary child. I hope that child is checking his ass. Excuse me. Look, people say, look, he chose his side. He was pro-MAGA and he had a past of racism. Let's be very clear. We're not going to lie on that. And people are saying that, hey, I don't really care to mourn this person. Speaking of MAGA, let's talk about Laverne Cox, because that was a topic, child. Now that was a damn topic. Okay, hold on. Where is the stuff? Okay, girl. Honey. I'm going to give you guys the details and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, okay? Now, Laverne Cox has sparked debate online after gushing about her 26-year-old ex, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed MAGA supporter. In the video, Laverne shares that, you know, how the two met on Tinder during the height of the pandemic. She claims that they were madly in love, but had opposing political views in which they worked through with empathy, love, and understanding. After the video surfaced, social media users reacted with mixed emotions, some in favor, while others were opposed and even chose to unfollow her for the video. Ooh. In a response to the backlash, Cox released a follow-up video stating that she noticed that some social media users dehumanizing people who don't share the same political beliefs, and she strongly opposes that. Laverne was adamant that she hadn't adopted any of his politics and claimed that she often had to school him with the facts and receipts during the political discussions. She says she did this with love and made several attempts to see his humanity beyond Republican views. She has since made a response video, okay? I'm going to play a little bit of that because I'm pretty sure we already done seen the initial video with this little pixie cut wig, honey. I was like, girl, what are we doing? And the way she was talking, I talked to this MAGA. Like, girl, why are we talking like this? Anyway, I'm trying to find the response video. Hold on one second, girl. All right, yeah, this is it.
I was in love. He has a beautiful soul and has really beautiful qualities. And I was in love, and I found out his job and his politics, particularly in 2020. If you recall, we were having conversations really for the first time in this country about white supremacy and trying to have conversations with people across difference. And anyone who knows me, like for years, I've always encouraged people to have conversations with people across difference with love and empathy. That is a value of mine that I strongly believe in, and that is something I attempted to do in this relationship, and that's a lot of what the show is about, in addition to how did I get here? And then things get very complicated. I don't want to give away what happened in our relationship. You should come to the show and find out if you can. But I do want to say that reading the comments, and I get it, it feels like a lot of people in the comment section are dehumanizing people who have different political beliefs than they do. And I see that all over social media. I see that all over the media. If someone has different political beliefs, they're somehow not human anymore. And that is something that dehumanizing anyone is not consistent with my values. Fascism is not consistent with my values. I am an anti-fascist. I never adopted any of my ex's politics. I always challenged him and with love and empathy, his perspectives, often corrected him with facts, and I
often corrected him with facts. Oh my goodness, that has to be exhausting to constantly try to unlearn people or to try to change their perspective It's almost impossible, especially, I mean, he's probably still a MAGA. I mean, God, some people can do it, can't be me, okay?
Wanted to see if it was possible to have a relationship with someone with different political
So we
beliefs.
just experimenting. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm just sorry. I need to stop here. This is the first time of me actually seeing the full video of her response. I want to talk about two things here. Dehumanizing. No. We're not I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. I do not dehumanize MAGA supporters or Trump supporters or anything in that nature. I do believe that they are human. They are people too, and they have their views and their way of life, and they have their perspective on things. And I'm not even going to say it's fine because fuck their life, but I don't want that around me though. You know what I'm saying? Just like they don't want me around them. They don't want me in their spaces. I don't want them in my spaces. So yeah, we are looking at you sideways. And don't call it dehumanizing. And then the whole fascist conference, I'm against fascism. How are you against fascism when you went to bed with a person that is supporting somebody that's a fascist? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. She pissed a lot of y'all off this week, I've noticed. You put your trust in these black elites. Stupid hoe, how you figure. Let me tell you something. These people, and there's a telltale when it comes to like black queer folk that get into the entertainment industry. Let me tell y'all something right now. Y'all got like my listeners, my supporters. If I ever get like this, and I don't think I am because I'm a real bitch. I am never messing with no MAGA. Now, I'm not opposed to dating outside my race and maybe dabbling into the Caucasoids. You get what I'm saying? Who knows? But you got to 100% not be that. You cannot be MAGA. You can't, once I get an inkling, hell, your family can't even be MAGA. I need all to be liberal as fuck. Like, collectively. I don't care if it's a distant cousin. They MAGA, I'm out. So, girl, I lost my train of thought talking about that. No, I found it. When black queer people get in the entertainment industry, there's something in the brain. This is what Dr. Umar said, the coon chip activate. Like, no, because I remember I just on some random shit. Steve Lacy, he said that he didn't like, he's bisexual, but he only dates like white guys because he feels like he views black men as his brother or a relative or something, some weirdo ass shit. We got the Carmichael guy, the one that was like real, just had the slave play stuff with the Gerard Carmichael. There we go, that man. It's just a lot. Billy Porter. You get what I'm saying? There's some type of brain fog that happens in the black queer community when they get famous or when they get to a higher stature of fame and fortune and stuff like that. Something stops up here. The elevator don't go all the way up to the floors. The elevator has not gone all the way up to the floors with Laverne in a long time. She talked about Kamala Harris recently, talking about how her campaign should have been like this and she didn't speak to the people, the working class. And like, what the fuck do you know about that? You've been living comfortably, actress. I'm trying not to curse too much, child, on this show, but you know, they be pulling out it. They be pulling me out of my element, child. Am I surprised by this revelation? I'm surprised that she spoke on it because a lot of y'all don't. And I actually will respect her I'll give her that much respect for being open and honest. But am I surprised? No. I'm not surprised that it happened just based off of her personality and the way that she comes off. Like that's a white woman's damn near clear. Honey, you are 2 notches down from like Caitlyn Jenner at this point. You're almost there. You're almost touching it. Okay. I don't know. I get a little intrigued by you dated a MAGA person. And I had to ask, I was on Medusa's Live and I had to ask, I'm like, which MAGA is it? Is it 2016 MAGA, 2020 MAGA, or 2024 MAGA? Now, if you're 2016 MAGA, a lot of people are not going to give you grace. I'm going to be that person that will give a 2016 MAGA. I have friends in the past that were 2016 MAGA. They had a flawed understanding that they thought that this man was going to do good. And they realized after the first couple of terms that, hey, this is not good. This is horrible. This is really bad. And they changed their minds. But if you are a 2020 MAGA, you are a COVID MAGA, and a 2024 MAGA, you're irredeemable. And she met this man during COVID. That was the 2020 MAGA. No, he's very much, there is no, I had to constantly like check him and correct him, basically gave him the facts. Are you tired? Are you not tired? Because that sounds very exhausted. And that's what I was talking about last episode when I said that get somebody else to do it, because we ain't teaching y'all, we not teaching men how to be empathic. That should be a pre-existing trait. Y'all had different political views, but you worked through it. And it almost seemed like she was experimenting. I'm experimenting with this beautiful blue-eyed blonde. You saw this 26, this very young 26-year-old, and mind you, you're in your like 40s or something like that. Stranger danger, cougar, blonde hair, blue-eyed. It fits your fantasy because it sounds like that's what you like. That's what you attract. And you were, let me tell you what you probably thought you was going to do. You probably thought you was going to change his mind. One thing about a white man or a man in general, child, we are stubborn as hell. We have beliefs and we gonna stick by it to the day we die. Okay, you can't change my mind on shit. I can't change your mind on shit. Quit trying to do all that. And you see that it didn't work out. You said that it didn't work out because of you guys had a difference of views. There was a shift in your relationship. Nah, you got tired of that. You got tired of that, them racist rhetorics. Ain't no way in the world. If you are a MAGA, you are racist. And if you are with a racist, how could you ever expect that person to really choose you and love you truly as you are? This person voted and supports a man that does not believe that you are who you are. I can't be associated with people. That's not dehumanizing if I say I don't want to be around people like that. It's not dehumanizing. So that part, that kind of pissed me off. Laverne. Now, I don't hate Laverne. I ain't got nothing against her. I loved her in Orange is the New Black. I think she's an amazing actress. She just needs to, sometimes I hate to sound like that girl that I think she told LeBron, that the white news or Fox News host or whatever told LeBron, I think, to shut up and dribble. Sometimes y'all just got to shut up and do what y'all good at. You don't see me over here. I'm not trying to give you I give you like on the surface political takes, but I don't know too much about politics and telling just like me, or not even just politics. If I start doing shows about arts and crafts, I don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane. You're an actress. Speak on things in a perspective of an actress. All this damn talk. And then you want to talk political. You said Kamala's not speaking to the people. Girl. I'm glad that she had this conversation after the election and not during it to make Kamala look bad. And it doesn't matter because she lost anyway. But still, I mean, I guess I give her that much respect. But girl, get the hell up out of here, child. And one more thing that I'll say about this topic before we move on. Even though I feel like what she said, girl, was crazy, it was wild, I'm glad she did say it and it not come out from somebody else. Oh yeah, she did. She dates MAGAs. She dates, like, she was real enough to like say what she's feeling. And we have disagreements. I don't believe in throwing people away. I know a lot of people unfollowed her. I never followed her to begin with, but if I see that she's in a movie, I'm not gonna not watch it. You get what I'm saying? I just think that your decisions in life are very idiotic. But what do I know, child? What do I know? Okay, let's talk about the next topic, child. We got to talk about Keith Lee. He pissed at us, honey. He pissed at the gays, honey. He don't like us no more. I don't think he ever did. But after going viral for displaying his gym progress, the food critic Keith Lee is officially responding to gay baiting allegations and gay men lusting over him, child. Yeah, for anyone, just to give you a full disclaimer, gay baiting is basically when a straight man does things that gets attention to the gays. For example, the best example I can give you, child, is a straight person that maybe get into spicy content. And when I mean spicy content, content, adult content, okay? And let's say they show their behind or they reveal themselves or do things with men, not all the way, but to give the illusion that they could be gay or not. And that's what gay baiting is, because a lot of these straight men, they get a lot of money or they get the gay dollar when you show your ass or do things that may be deemed homosexual. You get what I'm saying? So in this case, Keith Lee was showing like a lot of videos of himself and post workouts. I mean, not even just the post workout stuff. Let's be very clear, because I see a lot of his videos populate on my Facebook page. Like he did the damn he did a fucking video for Anaconda, Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, the part where she was like, I got a big fat ass, and he turned that dump truck around. Let's be very clear. He does a lot of fucking videos that show his ass. Now, not bare ass, but we see it through the pants because he's well endowed, I should say, back there, right? So there's a lot of gay men that was lusting after him. There was a lot of people that were saying he was gay baiting. I'll play a little bit what he says, and then I'll give you my thoughts because I'm going to piece everything together, okay?
Clip this. Y'all weird. I've been an athlete my whole life. I've ran my whole life. Excuse me. I run long distance. I've wrestled my entire life. So yeah, my legs bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna post workout clips. I'm gonna post me getting back in shape. I'm a married man. Happily married man. A straight man. Kids. Wife. Y'all weird. It's a lot of stuff that I stop posting or I don't talk about. You rarely see me talk for real. If it's not about food, I come on here every now and again and getting better. And then even dancing, like I said, it's because I dance. I'm weird or I dance, whatever. But I'm myself. I'm gonna be me and I'm always be me. And again, I've stopped posting certain things because just to not go through the headache, but you never gonna make me not stuff. Clip this. Yo, I'm never worried about y'all. I've not once been worried about y'all or been attracted to none of y'all. I'm a straight man. I'm not baiting nobody. Are y'all motherfucking mind? Are y'all crazy? I'm not baiting nobody. I'm married. If I wasn't married, what's wrong with y'all? Are y'all cool? It's I be letting it slide. I really do. I be letting a lot of it slide. But it's just at what point? And it's he out of pocket for working out. I'm out of pocket for working out. I'm out of pocket for working out and then showing the transformation of my back getting smaller or my lats getting smaller. And then even if you see the actual clip of me working out, I showed a full clip of what I did before and then the pump I had afterwards. I don't see niggas working. It's like I said, 99.99% of the time, I be letting shit slide, but
we're going to stop here. He starts to talk about the Lord. He loves the Lord and all that other stuff. He was really fighting back that F word, honey. He really wanted to say that damn cigarette butt word. He wanted to say that word so bad. He might as well would have said it. I mean, he might as well. I mean, at this point, would have stopped him, right? I just have a couple of things to say about that situation. I don't think that he gay baits, like the term gay bait. I think that, like I said on my TikTok video, that has become such a buzzword now and everybody uses that. I don't think that he gay baits, but I definitely feels like he does cry for attention because at the end of the day, you do make videos showing your ass. You do make videos that shows your body in a way that invokes some type of lust. Now, granted, if you want that lust to come from women or men, or you just want it from women, that's fine. I understand that. You are a straight man, as you said multiple times. We get it. But therein lies the issue. You posted it on social media. and you are famous, everybody is going to see that ass. So when I say that, everybody's going to have a comment on that ass. You bait, not gay bait, but you bait for attention. So you can sit there on in your car with your phone propped up to sit there and say, I don't know what y'all got going on, y'all. I'll be really letting stuff slide. I'll be letting stuff slide, and y'all. You puffing at your chest at the world. You can't fight the world. Ain't that what Tia Kemp said to Krishan? You can't fight the world. Because the more you sit there and make those post-workout videos, the more you do those sounds over the Anaconda songs and all these little stupid little TikTok trend type things that you be doing, you're going to continue to be sexualized. Because that's just where we are. People are weird. And I'm not saying, and I'm not justifying what people are saying. I'm not justifying it. Come on now. And I'm speaking to my girls. I'm speaking to my girls, the dolls. We really got to stop doing that. Now, when I say we, I'm saying we loosely because I don't do none of that shit. Look at my Twitter now. You ain't sexualizing a motherfucking person, okay? You get what I'm saying? Unless they one of the girls. But at the end of the day, and then also to target just like gay men, because like gay men aren't the only people that's accusing you of gay baiting. There has been women that's been saying it. There has been, first of all, there's been men calling you gay, like straight men. Let's be very clear on that. Because of the way that because Keith Lee doesn't present himself like super duper, like extra masculine, which is okay. It is fine. It doesn't take away your heterosexualness, or if that's a word, it doesn't take that away. But at the end of the day, like, you don't just target one people. Don't just target one group of people that's lusting after you. Everybody lusting after your ass. And I don't even know why, because I know I look basic, but like, he not even all that. He not. He just thick. Y'all just like meat. That's meat proportionate. You know what I'm saying? Like in a certain form. But like, y'all, he not even all that. But no, he's definitely, somebody said it in my comments. He was like, he's just looking for attention, and then people be giving it to him every time. And I'm so glad when this topic is over, because Keith Lee, just go back to critiquing food. We don't give a fuck. We don't. We really don't. Just like that time, and my best friend was like, oh, why you got it so bad for him? I thought she was, no, I didn't like how he kind of called out or made Taraji P. Henson look bad because, all right, Taraji P. Henson didn't know your name. You're not the center of the freaking universe. Not everybody's going to know your name. Not everybody knows who you are. You're a TikTok famous. You're known for going to people's restaurants, going to black people's restaurants and giving reviews. People barely remember you for being a UFC fighter. Okay, good for you. Double threat, right? Like, it's girl. I know I sound like a hater, but I don't care. But it just needs to be said. Like, boy, nobody is sweating you. And that's why TikTok is leaving us very soon. A lot of y'all are going to it's going to be a lot of humble pies. A lot of humble pies left and right. I'm not talking about Keith Lee. Keith Lee going to be fine. People going to still know who he is. But I'm just saying, with a lot of you people that's on TikTok right now, child, when that thing goes, it's a lot of humble pie that's going to be eaten. Okay. And I'm saying it like a T.I. is. Okay. Anyway, what else we got going on, child? We got to get into the reality tea of it all, because we have to talk about Kenya. But before we talk about Kenya, part 3 of the reunion is coming out of Housewives of Atlanta. And when I tell you, at this moment, I have not watched the show. I know this episode is going to be out on Monday, but I just want to show this right here. This right here.
You watched
this
the
is
season?
funny.
Yes, I watched some shows.
How do you feel Angela did on the show?
I think she did great. She cried a couple times, but just telling, hey, you jumped in the pool, you got to know how to swim.
Charles, there were a lot of moments where Angela would be saying to you, do you miss me? And you were kind of holding back a little bit, which I think led to a perception among some viewers that you don't care for her very much.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Why do you need a kiss? I'm not the guy who just be all over Angela on TV. I don't try to put on for cameras. And she know I love her, and I wouldn't be if I didn't love her and the kids. So Hey, keep watching.
I give it up to you, man of your profile especially. I mean, you showed up for her over and over.
So I'm her husband, and I fought to have her back and through thick and thin. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
A lot of the ladies mentioned that they didn't know that you were married. Were you hiding that you had a wife?
No, I wasn't hiding. I don't know who's married neither. I hear that all the time. People be in the streets. I hear
No, Charles is funny as hell.
a lot of people say I'm in the streets. A lot of people say they know me but don't know me. Shamia, I met her for the first time on the show, but she said she was at Dominique wedding. I was there. But
I met you several times.
Where?
You might not know me.
Several
Obviously
times.
a
I don't
legend,
know
but okay, one second. I met you at Neek's wedding.
No.
And at
No, you didn't meet me. I was there.
You didn't meet me. I was there.
That's not me.
Charles,
Why everybody be whacking Shamia? Everybody they just be taking a whack a weasel, honey. Girl, what is going on? Because she got hit with something else, child. They said she done took off Real Housewives of Atlanta off her bio, but she said it never was there. Okay. Anyway, to get into the main topic, Kenya Moore will not be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. A moment of silence. And you know what? Now, however y'all feel about her, because I know people like say, I don't like her. She's a mean girl, to that and third. Yes. But she was good for the show. Like, two things has to be true at the same time. Kenya says that she will be making her exit from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she dropped this bombshell. Now, I'm going to let y'all take a look at this.
No, some tea. The upcoming, Brooklyn, I go out of the room with that and shut the door, honey. So I do know that they're adding 2 new housewives to the team. They're adding 2 new housewives, and I think you guys kind of know them both. They're both like known people. One is a business person she's a restaurateur, and the other one is actually, you know how we always say, oh, it's giving Love and Hip Hop. The other one is actually from Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, there's that.
So that came out, and people were trying to figure out what Love and Hip Hop star is going to be on Housewives. There were people that were saying Mimi Foss. There was other people saying K. Michelle. I've seen other people even try to sit there and say that it could potentially be Jocelyn, which Jocelyn already confirmed that's not true because she said, I tried, but they won't let me in. We know they're not going to let you in because you're going to beat everybody's ass. So that's why Jocelyn's not, I don't think Jocelyn's definitely not going into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, child, even if she is married. But listen, they saying Mimi Foss or K. Michelle. I don't think Mimi, because Mimi does not bring it on her own. She just sits there and she's reactive. Like, Mimi is good when she's reactive. She needs a villain on the show. Like, when Jocelyn was on there, it was like night and day. It was like Mimi versus Jocelyn every week. And, oh my goodness, Jocelyn about to meet her up, or whatever the case is, right? I don't see Mimi being like a good addition to the show. If they do that, if it really is Mimi, then y'all are, ugh. Some people are saying K. Michelle. Well, K. Michelle's not married, but that hasn't stopped anybody else from going on Housewives of Atlanta. K. Michelle might be a good addition. I think that there's something to be said that her and Portia will be like night and day, because Portia, it's got to be all about Portia, and K. Michelle is she's going to destroy all of that if that's the case. I mean, what about the other Love and Hip Hop stars? I mean, maybe Rashida? I mean, Rashida is married, and there's something to say about their relationship, and they would, oh yeah, the girls would dig into that with Kurt and all that. Possibility. She's Candy's friend. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I think that this is the fact that she said that there's going to be a Love and Hip Hop star. Like, who could it possibly be? That's the scary part. And my thing is, why didn't they just bring back Kenya? And bring back Kenya and bring back freaking Nene? Because there's a lot of talks going on if Nene's gonna come back or not. I don't think they're gonna bring back Nene, but I think that they should. If they want to have good television, if they want to have a good season 17, because I feel like y'all kind of flopped with season 16. Like, the season was bad. The reunion is okay. You're gonna need another Bombshell, and you guys alone are not doing it. Y'all, like I said, y'all need to get rid of Kelly. And Shamia, you got to go. I mean, it's already kind of confirmed that you're not coming back. You're just going to have to be a one-season wonder. It just did not work out. You are only good as a friend. And that's just that on that. Sorry. But why Kenya was coming for Cynthia? Child, Kenya slams former friend Cynthia. Let me just say this. Let me just play this.
Cynthia, I'm going to be very truthful right now. The reason first of all, she's not telling the truth about the timeline of, she's mistaken. I don't want to just say she's not lying. I did reach out to and chatted with her via text messages the day after my salon event. I'm not upset with her for speaking her mind. I think she could have handled it differently, but that's not the reason I have not been speaking to her. I thought Cynthia was my writer, one of my best friends, my confidant, someone that I really love and trusted as a sister. We have been through our ups and downs, our lefts, our rights, whatever. But at the end of the day, I thought she was someone that I would always be able to trust. That's not true. Okay. There were some private things that I told her, shared with her, and texted her that she shared with someone else.
You're on YouTube.
Okay, thank you. That she shared with someone else. And that really gutted me because in this world of housewives, and you meet people, you form these relationships. Some are because they're work people. They're cast members that you work with, and some, they become really a part of your village. I trusted her with my daughter. I trusted her with my secrets. I trusted her with a lot of things. And trust me when I tell you this, I have kept her most private moments, her most private secrets to myself, and have never and will never disclose any private information, specifically speaking about intimate conversations that we've had or text messages that we've had where I'm explaining something in a very intimate way. And I know that she betrayed my trust. And I won't tell you specifically the people, the why. I know the why.
Ooh. Okay, so we're going to stop here, child, because there's a lot going on here. Yeah, girl. So it looks like Cynthia has said something behind closed doors and some information that Kenya had gave her, and she went. So it's not because optics, the way the optics was set up, it did seem like Kenya was upset that Cynthia was not on her side with that whole situation. I'm just inclined to believe Kenya. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she's lying. And we've known that Cynthia has, look at her relationship with Nene. Nene has said the same thing before, like that Cynthia had went some type of, it was stupid, but it was some type of information that Cynthia fed somebody else that Nene gave her or whatever the case is. Cynthia might be, you better watch the 50 Cent over there, child. Very surprising that she's really doing these tell-alls. I hate to see that she's not going to be coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't see anytime soon at this point. I think they're completely icing her out. And it's definitely a shame because it almost seems like they're deliberately trying to flop this show so that they can give it a reason to say, we don't need Atlanta no more. We're going to retire the show. And I think that's so unfortunate because everybody else white show could be mediocre and get hella seasons, but we got to be perfect. But then you're giving them such a disservice by putting on people that are not really good for the show, that really are not moving the goalposts as it once did before. But hey, what the hell do I know? That is the reality of it all. Oh, that was a good little closing thing to that segment. Now we got one who child before we get up out of here because I did want to talk about this. Okay, so y'all heard about the T app? Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl, the T app. They said for the last couple of days, social media has been buzzing about this new T app in which was created for women to have a safe place to talk about men, to be able to share on the app who had verified themselves with a selfie to ensure that you are a woman. Initially, the app promised ambiguity, but they announced today or the other day that the app was unfortunately hacked and thousands of customers' information has been leaked. According to NBC News, a spokesperson confirmed the hack was last afternoon. The company estimates that there's over 72,000 images, including 13,000 verified photos and images of government IDs were accessed. The hacker assessed a database from more than 2 years ago, the T spokesperson said, adding that this data was originally stored in compliance with the law enforcement requirements relating to cyberbullying prevention. The company has reportedly hired a third-party cybersecurity expert and are working around the clock to secure the systems. They said in quotes, protect our users' privacy and data is our highest priority. T is taking every necessary step to ensure the security of our platforms and prevent future exposure, the spokesperson concludes. Somebody said, not a man did this. Not a man did this in retaliation. How? No, because there was a lot of men on TikTok that were very upset. There were some that were featured on the app, and when we were talking, and they were saying that I had a bad experience with this person. I do think that too much of anything is bad for you. And if you're just this, I figured this was more of a safe haven type of vibe. Oh, this person is a weirdo, or this person don't use condoms, or this person this and this, that, like stuff like that. But there was like some posts that was like calling men DL, and it was just like, okay. Like I said, DL is such a buzzword now. What is really DL? He smoke a hookah, so he DL. He eats freaking like a whole thing of lobsters. Like he eats a crab boil, he DL. You know what I'm saying? What defines him as DL, right? But I don't have an issue. Obviously, I don't have an issue with there being a T app because it can be for safety references. If you see somebody that you talking to somebody that you might want to know, like with the 411 on this person. So it's no different than barbershop talk. Yes, I go to the barbershop all the time, and them dudes be talking crazy about women. Okay, the stuff that they be saying in them barbershops. And I ain't snitching, but I'm saying there's a lot that's talked about in them damn barbershops. Let's be very clear on that. That is their safe haven. And it's unfortunate that so I would say ironic, but I'm not, but it got hacked. Like, dang. Oh my goodness. But I know there's going to be some men, child, praising God, I guess, child, after all that. But anyways, tell me what you guys think about it in the comments. We are about to get up out of here today. We talked for a good old hour, and we're going to see how the editing is going to do, child. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Okay?